Hey, folks from Colorado Springs. So, what I remember about the blizzard of 97, which was about 20 years ago, back when my son was 9 years old, was that I was thinking, holy moly, it's not even Halloween yet, and we're already getting a major blizzard. In fact, it was probably the biggest blizzard that we had for the 4.5 years that I taught at the Air Force Academy. Right now, I'm retired from the Air Force, and I've been retired for about 10 years. And I'm working as a historian, an Air Force historian, down at a base in Florida. Um, what I remember was that my son was 9 years old. In fact, he wasn't quite my son yet. Um, I was fostering him. I adopted him in 1998, in March of 1998. But his name was Mike, and he's now 29 years old. He had just turned 9 years old at the time. And it was a major blizzard. I mean, uh, they canceled school, which for Colorado Springs, they don't cancel school very often, but they canceled school for several days. Even at the Air Force Academy, which doesn't cancel school very often, cancel school for 1 or 2 days, and that was a big deal. Um, it was really kind of interesting living through that and actually seeing a blizzard for the first time. I mean, I had grown up in the blizzard of 77 and 78 because my dad was Air Force and we lived up in around Portsmouth, New Hampshire, in 1970 and 77 and 78. So we had some pretty good blizzards up there, but they were very comparable to the Colorado Springs blizzard of 1997. What I remember about it was that so many people were stuck on I 25 going, it was I 25, wasn't it? Yeah, hopefully it's I 25. Um, they were stuck on I 25 and they were having to be rescued, I think, by the Army Humvees. The Humvee had gotten a really big name during the first Gulf War, 1990, 91. And, and so they were about the only vehicle that could travel through all of the snow that was deposited. There were places that the snow was 3, 4, 5 feet deep and drifting much higher in other places. The wind was blowing. I mean, it was a real straightforward blizzard. It wasn't one of these kind of blizzards that sometimes, well, down here in Panama City, which is where I live right now in Florida, we have kind of hurricanes. Well, when a kind of hurricane comes by, we get a little bit of wind, a little bit of rain, and it really doesn't mean much. Um, this area hasn't been hit by a really, really major hurricane in a long time. The Colorado Springs blizzard of 1997 was a real blizzard, and um, I remember that the power didn't go out, but I know that Woodland Park and places to the west of I mean I think Route 24 to Woodland Park and Divide and such like that were closed, and uh, pretty amazing to see that happen. The Front Range was absolutely covered in snow, and it was amazing to see Pikes Peak, which there's a lot of times where Pikes Peak has the dirty snow that's covering the mountainside, but just seeing Pikes Peak completely white and seeing the rest of the Front Range completely white was pretty amazing. Um, so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Have a good day, y'all.